Alright, so for those of you who had this happen to you, whether you um, stuck the thumb drive or some kind of USB device in, or whether you pull it out and the system crashes and reboots itself, what happened to me was when I stick in the USB thumb drive, it would crash the system and it would constantly reboot and have um, crash errors and even the blue screens slightly. And this was an old system that I had in my closet. I took it out so that I can do a fresh install because I was going to donate it to a family man in my local area that didn't have a computer. I thought at first that it's because I hadn't used it for a while and it was old and this was causing the problem, but actually it wasn't. I thought it was the BIOS. I checked that and it wasn't. And then, so I did some Google online, and I found that some people had the same problem, but they have other different kind of fixes. I think maybe I can mention a few of what the other people did before I actually show you what I did. Some one person claimed that the dry weather, was causing the system to use too much of a load when they stuck their thumb drive in and it crashed the system. Another person said that they added so many devices that I guess it was drawing too much power, that was causing the system to crash. And what they did was they changed out to a larger power supply, and that fixed the issue. And there was another person that said that their system was dirty, and that caused a lot of heat, and that I guess that added to the load and caused the system to crash as well. And I guess it's the same as the other guy who has the power supply issue. It wasn't an issue, but I guess his power supply wasn't big enough. So I guess if with that one, he could probably do the same thing to fix it, because if your system's gonna crash like this just because it got dirty, it doesn't, it's probably not a one that you want, because it can crash while you're working on something very important. So with that said, I like to share with you what happened to me. So when I stuck in the thumb drive, it started crashing on me. I checked the BIOS, make sure the settings correct. I even set it to the defaults failsafe, and that did work. Sometimes that helped fix some of my other issue, but it didn't help this time. And so I was following the forum, and I cleaned up the computer inside, and it still didn't do the job. And some people even mentioned updating the driver, so I did that, and it reported that I have the most current, and it's working. So it wasn't my driver, but actually that was the issue that I had. It was the driver. I don't know what happened. I did this system before, and I installed the same driver, and never had a problem. I guess maybe during the installation this particular time, that was the issue. So here's what I did. I went into the control panel. It should work the same for Windows 7, XP, and all this other one too, because they're all the same, even though the operating system is different. So you would go to Hardware, Device Manager. So what I did was I have another one here. What I did was I went into, this is not the actual system because I gave it away, but this is how you would fix it. I did a right click on it, and I did an uninstall, disable uninstall. I think it was more like disable, no, actually sorry, uninstall. And I installed each and every one of this. There was more in the other system. The other system had more USB. I only have 4 here, so I uninstalled all this here, and I rebooted the system. And when the system completely boot up again, it detected new hardware, and it proceeded to install the driver for all this. And after the driver was installed, it worked again. I didn't have the issue anymore. I plugged in my USB drive, plugged in the other device, and nothing crashed it. So I think that's what fixed it. So in case if any of you encountered this kind of reboot or crash your system. Sometimes it's the driver, and even though you do an update, it didn't fix the problem. It says that it's working properly and everything. That might be the case. So just thought I'd share this, and hopefully it help you fix the problem. If not, hopefully um, the other fixes that I mentioned from the forum will help you out.